Hey guys, I am back with another video. This time I'm again playing Qatar. We're playing against the elite player who's playing a very interesting team. Raul Bak, Durex, Henual, Phaeris and Mike Locke. So I would say that Duke Rex, this was the week where Duke Rex was free to play, so this was still in the last season. And I think Duke Rex is a pretty good matchup in general against Qatar because he has pretty low damage output without any items, and this resistance is pretty critical against him. So let's see how the game plays out. And the combination of Henual and Duke Rex is pretty obvious. He can give Duke Rex 2 AP and then he has 9 AP. He can use his melee attack 3 times. So this is a pretty big deal because the third attack would deal 3 base damage because he has an attack which increases the terror damage by 1 after he uses it, and it does 1 terror damage. So this is like 1 in the first hit, 2 in the second, and 3 in the third. So let's see how we'll set up. So he has also a Raul Bak in the team. This is a pretty interesting Krosmaster. And the problem is he doesn't have anything that can like increase the mobility of the Krosmaster, so it's pretty easy to count where his Krosmasters can go. So if, for example, Raul Bak can go on the box, and then he has 6 range with his 2 damage spell, which is pretty good because he has luck and critical, so this is generally 3 damage, so you have to avoid it as much as possible, and it also steals AP. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he can hit this space or this space. So my normal setup would be my core over here, but because Raul Bak is standing here, I would not move my core over there because that's just ridiculous. Would be free damage just for free because he has nothing to do else anyway. So this will be a pretty important factor in this game, that he will not be able to attack with him that often. So let's see. I did the same thing as general with my Qatar. I set up 2 offsprings and drained one. I think I drained this one, I assume. So, okay. Now it's his turn. Let's see what he will do. And especially Raul Bak goes first, so he definitely cannot do anything with him because he cannot buy anything. And now he's going very defensively. Even in his spot, I think I would have ended his movement over here because then he could move over here probably. But I think he wants to put his Henual over here anyway, so he would be blocked here if Henual and Duke Rex are standing here. Okay, and Duke Rex also gives resistance to each nearby Krosmaster, resistance to all elements. So this is a pretty good, one of the best abilities in the game in my opinion, except from immune to all colors, like Yoris or something. So let's see what we have here. We have the Crow style and the water buff. The water buff is not that big of a deal. We have no weapons yet, so no weapons for Qatar. And we can now think which Krosmaster we want to attack. So we definitely cannot do something good against both of them because the Henual is pretty far away. I could use the range spell on Henual, but he has a resistance, so I would have to position my Qatar over here and then hit him for 2 up to 3, and this wouldn't even kill him, so I decided to do something else instead. I buy the Crow style, I think. No, the water buff first, because it's a free karma item, and I want to have some weapons to have the chance to hit a weapon, because weapons are so important at Qatar. And then I will swap with him, such that I can pull the Phaeris to me and attack him with Qatar and the buff. With the Crow style especially. I assume I will hit him with Crow style because Phaeris has 7 health. And if I pull him to me, he will be standing here. So Katar can attack him now, and Molor can attack him. And 7 health is pretty big deal because I fear 5 base damage with the Crow style and 4 with the water buff, so I decided to go with the 5 base damage and 6 base damage. And because Katar is critical, it's also pretty likely he will die, but he rolled armor in the second attack, now he has 2 health. So 2 health is pretty annoying, because it's not that likely to deal 2 damage with any of my Krosmasters. And I cannot see an item there which can help me deal the damage. So what I can do here is I can gamble and just walk over here maybe, and buy a free karma item. But the reason why I'm not doing this is because of Raul Bak. Raul Bak can again go on this box, and then he has 6 range, and then he would hit my core over here. And this is like again the free damage, which are basically free for him, because he cannot attack anyone else. So this is a pretty important factor. If a Krosmaster cannot attack anybody, and you put one Krosmaster in range, that's a big difference. And if everybody's in range anyways, you can move other Krosmasters in range also. Especially if there is already a target for the Krosmaster himself. So for example, if Duke Drex would stand over here, my Katar would have like 10 life, it would be pretty obvious that he will hit Katar with him. And because he has no like AoE attacks, I could just move my other Krosmasters near to him. So it wouldn't really matter because there's no reason for him to attack someone else. So he's doing something interesting now. He's choosing a very defensive route. He's using blindness on my core. So my core cannot attack next turn probably. Except then if she gets an AP item or something like that. And there is also the Gatorade, I think it's called in English, which gives 1 AP, 1 movement and 1 health, which could be quite crucial. So let's see. There is the Gatorade. He has 12 karmas. Yeah, okay. He's attacking over here. So let's see. What can we do now? So, in my opinion, killing Duke Rex is not an option. And I think if he has the setup of Duke Rex and Henual, this will be quite a problem at some point if he goes nearer to me. So right now I am in the range of Duke Rex, and his damage output is pretty high. And it's extremely hard to kill Duke Rex with my team, because most of the Krosmasters deal 1 damage, except for my Katar, which has no weapon yet, so he's also dealing basically 1 base damage against Duke Rex unless he's damaged already. So what I decide to do here is, let's see, I can move my Anna Tommy over here and swap with Core, and then my Core would be here. And if she could walk 4 spaces, the Core could hit Henual. And because we have the Gatorade in the shop, I can buy the Gatorade before that and put it on my Core, and then move over here and swap. So the reasoning behind that is I have now 2 base damage with critical on Henual with my Core, because Henual has resistance to all elements, and I can use the ranged attack on him also, the ranged attack of Katar. And if I do that, I have 4 base damage with 2 times critical against no armor, which is on average exactly 5 damage. And because Henual is very important in his team, for the next turns especially, I try to kill him this turn. And if it's not working out, then he will be on 1 health, and it will be not that easy to save him. So he would have to kill my Core probably, and then he would away with his Henual, but he could only walk away over here or something like that. So this will be quite a big deal. It's important that I don't collect any karmas or something, because I have 1 AP stolen from Duke Rex. So let's see if this crit works out now. Yeah, and it does. So this was So I think the percentages on this are like 65% to do 5 damage. That's like a estimated guess. So let's see. Now that Henual is dead, it will be pretty hard for him to manage my team, in my opinion. Because Duke Rex is not that big of a deal without someone who can increase his AP or increase his movement or something like that. He has 12 karma still, but there is no like very good item for Duke Rex in the shop. And I will position over here. And now again I have this thing that Raul Bak can only attack this core now. So I probably will sacrifice my core here, but it's not a big deal because I'm 6-1 ahead anyway. And he probably will try and kill my core. He has to, because otherwise he's nearly losing. So he has 9 AP left, so he could attack some more. He could have hit my Katar for 6 damage or something, but that wouldn't do much because then he could also has to buy a GG, but he can't buy a GG with Uri Krul, with Mike Locke. I mean, Uri Krul is, by the way, the German name. That's why I'm calling him that all the time. So, and now he's buying the GG here, so that's 4-3 now. So my advantage, it gets a bit smaller. And now he's buying a 6 karma item. Let's see what it will be. So I haven't seen it. Probably will check the log. So that was 6 karma item in the dark. So Mike Locke is again stealing some AP. It's not that big of a deal. So, and because Duke Rex is again way too hard to kill, and especially now it's not that important that I kill Duke Rex because he's not that scary right now. Without the AP buff, he only deals 3 damage, so 3 damage is quite acceptable, especially on Katar or something like that. So what I probably will do here is just hit Uri Krul with the ranged attack, because I cannot use the melee attack or something on him. And then I even could attack him with more law if possible. Then I would have nearly sacrificed him, but it doesn't really matter that much. Yeah. By the way, I'm swapping spaces here because I again want Raul Bak to not do anything against me. Because he can now walk over here and then he has 5 range. Okay, now I can't count it. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he could hit Phaeris now, but I will move him away. And if my Anna Tommy would stand over here, he could hit my Anna Tommy and steal AP from her. And I don't want him to do that, so. And now, yeah, I just need to survive a little bit and to keep my level 1 Krosmasters defensively, such that he cannot kill them, and then it shouldn't be a big deal for me to win this game. So my Phaeris should probably move over here. Yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He should probably move over here, I think. Or here, yeah, that's nearly the same case. So just out of range of Uri. So what I can do here is buy the GG. And I probably should do it because then he... the reasoning why I'm thinking here is because there is the 12 karma item in the shop where I get the GG, heal, free health, and yeah, the one. And the reason is because I cannot buy a GG next turn anyway, so that's not a really big deal if I buy the GG or the item next turn instead, because he cannot buy a GG anyway. So if I buy the GG and roll a double, I'm still winning. The only difference is that he cannot lose in his turn, but he cannot kill one of my Krosmasters anyway. So, especially not with 3 karmas. So there he's out of range with Raul Bak, and it's really hard for him to do anything here. So that's why I decided to go for the 12 karma item instead, which gives a GG for 9 karmas. So this is cheaper. And he has to have like a miracle jade or granite item to get out of this. So let's see what he has. Oh, he has the +2 walking item. Okay, so one thing he could do with this is he could walk to my Law and try to kill him with 2 criticals, because then he would stay alive for 1 more turn probably, especially if I roll a double. But I'm not sure if this long-term plan would work out for him, because yeah, because long-term I'm still ahead, and I can then attack him with everybody for not that much damage actually. So I don't know. Maybe he should have attacked my Moloch here. Not sure about that. So now I have the double, and yeah, the game is over already. So I can just swap here and buy the 12 karma item or buy GG, doesn't really matter. And if I get blocked, I can buy it with Katar, so that's not a big deal. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as you can see on the right side, Disenchanting is already online in the new season also, but I'm not sure yet what team I want to play in the new season, because the Pirates are free to play. They are pretty good against the team I wanted to play first, and nationals and regionals are coming in Germany. Not sure if the date will be changed, and because of that I have to test some teams, so I probably will try out most of the teams I played already and add some videos of these teams, of my kitty team or my old guys team, and probably the videos will be in English. And yeah, and I like the Disenchanting feature because of the figurines I could get now. I finally my second core and my Uri crew. And as always, if you like my videos, you can subscribe to my channel or share it with your friends. I would appreciate it very much. Bye guys.